Okay, I'm gonna try this again. I'm laughing because I just tried to do this and I sounded like a complete rambling idiot. So I'm gonna try to do better this time and be more concise. Anyway, I just had a really cool experience tonight, and I want to see if it makes any more sense to me. I want to see if it still makes sense to me in the morning. So, and I thought it would be easier to do this verbally than by sitting down and writing it all out. So I'm going to give this a try. So a while ago, Matt introduced me to this new album by an artist called Child. I don't know how to pronounce the album name, but it's spelled Y-U-E, and it's a really good album. And recently I was just noticing how this album made me feel and what it made me think. It actually, there's something very familiar about it and very nostalgic, but it's really hard to put your finger on exactly what it is that that this album is making me think of. And at first I try to describe it as memories. It feels like memories, but no memories in particular that I can recall, just memories in general. And I'm going to just try to do a little bit of free association here and see if this helps me get my train of thought down. So I was thinking of how this reminded me of memories, and I was thinking maybe like memories from dreams, like memories of dreams that I've had that I no longer actually remember, but I remember the feeling of them. Or maybe they could be like memories of past lives or something. Or maybe they are memories of like the collective human existence or something like that, if you believe in like the um, shared level of human understanding, whatever it is. Anyway, I'm rambling again. And so I was thinking like shared memories of past lives and blah blah blah. And this album goes along, it's really good. And then it gets to the very last song, and then at the end of the last song, there's a hidden track. And this hidden track is different than the rest of the album, in that the rest of the album is very much present, it's very emotional, it's very tangible, I feel. But this very last part of this very last track is actually, it feels very removed, because you have like the din of the everyday world going along, kids playing, people talking, traffic noises, the sound of running water, etc. But then above all of that, you have like this very still, very simplistic, very pensive melody going on. And as I was trying to think of how to describe what this song made me think of, I thought it feels like you're in the pensive part, and it feels like you're on the outside looking in, like you're looking into the world of the people, the children playing and the people talking and the traffic going and the water running. Like you're on the outside, you're not part of that world, you're part of a whole different world, different plane of existence, but you're able to observe what's going on in that world that maybe you used to be a part of. So then the thought that followed after that was, well, what if this is what the experience of death is like? Like, you pass on and you are self-aware enough to realize that you still exist, but that you no longer exist as part of that world that you once knew, that it may be more familiar to you, and now you're in this new existence which is so new to you. And the idea is that it's a very wondrous thing. It's something to learn from, something to be explored. And so anyway, I had this thought that what if that's all death really is just a transition from an old world to a new world, from an old existence to a new existence. All it is just a transition. And then the thought actually really excited me because I thought, wow, that would be such an amazing experience. Like, something that nobody can even comprehend or have any idea what it would be like. to pass from one plane of existence to the other. Well, what an amazing experience that would be. And I thought, for a minute, I really want to have that experience. And I'm not like suicidal or anything. I'm not going to do anything crazy. But in that moment when I was thinking about that, I did not, the feeling of the fear of death was gone. And I felt actually kind of excited to experience something like that, and looked forward to it. So once I had realized that I no longer feared death in that moment, I wondered, what then could a person do with such a realization? How would it change one's outlook on life if you no longer feared death? If you felt that this life was, it would change my whole perspective on everything I'm doing and the reasons why I do what I do, and their importance to me changes. And I just felt like, I don't know, I really don't know why, I can't explain it, but I just felt like maybe that's the whole purpose in this life, is just to learn. It's not to eat, drink, or be merry, because we all eventually die. That's not it. I really feel like it's more motivating. I mean, to know that we're all going to die, and it's also, something that we can just learn from. Like, I really feel like it's more motivating in this life to just, take care of myself, to, provide for myself in as much as, it allows me to continue on learning. And what would be the purpose of this continuation of learning? I don't know. Like, to what end? I have no idea. I don't know if there's a supreme being, if there's a God that needs us to learn for some reason. I don't know if we are going to be reincarnated and have other lives that we continue progressing throughout each of our lives. I have no idea. Even if it's just to raise like the collective knowledge of the human species, like I really don't know. It could be anything. It could be any number of things. But I just really felt like in that moment, like that was my purpose, is just to learn, is just to continue learning. And it doesn't matter if I fail at things, and it doesn't matter if I go broke. It doesn't matter. Really, it doesn't matter what happens to me. All I have to do is just take each experience and learn from it. And that's really all. That's all I had. So it was kind of cool. The end.